With last week's announcement of President-elect Joe Biden's $1.9 trillion COVID relief plan, the New York Conference of Mayors says it is time for the state to release millions of dollars it has withheld for funds.
The organization says the state's current policy announced last summer is having a negative impact on the ability for localities to provide essential services and maintain budgets without tax increases. 18 News reporter Ty Wong spoke to a few local mayors about the withheld funding and joins us now live in Elmira with more. Ty?
Yeah, good evening, Zach and Jordan. Over $200 billion are being withheld from New York State cities and villages. Now, today I spoke with some local mayors who say this is now starting to affect their residents and their taxes. $250 billion in AIM, or aid and incentives for municipalities, have been withheld since June of 2020 from New York State cities and villages.
Earlier in the year, the governor announces withholdings of 20% across the board, and AIM funding is unrestricted aid, so that can go to whatever you need it to: police, fire, water, sewer, infrastructure.
Mayor John Buckley of the city of Hornell says, according to a recent comptroller, New York State revenues have far exceeded what they budgeted last year.
So the state has the money, and in fact, the state has already started funding the school districts, but for whatever reason, and I think a lot of it is political, the governor has refused to fund the cities and villages, at least to the extent that they should be.
The city of Elmira Mayor Dan Mandel says withholding 20% of AIM funds is lost revenue that the city needs to make up for themselves. But luckily, they were prepared.
Because our financial situation has improved, we no longer have to do short-term borrowing, we went to long-term, which basically saved us almost $1 million in our budget in 2020, which helps us offset some of this loss. But still, it's still a heavy hit.
Meanwhile, in Schuyler County, Mayor of the Village of Watkins Glen, Luke Lezick, says the withholding is affecting village residents.
We base our budgets on a lot of different funding sources to include property taxes, but we still expect our residents to pay their property taxes, so we kind of expect the state to give us the aid that they have given us in the past.
Reporting for 18 News, I'm Ty Wong.